This is Akashvani, the news read by Narang Koyang. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the India-US partnership augurs well for the future of democracy. Addressing the US Congress today, Mr. Modi said the US is the oldest and India the largest democracy. He said democracy is a culture that gives wings to thought and expression. The Prime Minister said, India is blessed to have such values from times immemorial. He said in the evolution of the democratic spirit, India is the mother of democracy. Mr. Modi said, together India and the US shall demonstrate that democracies matter and democracies deliver. He said we must revive multilateralism and reform multilateral institutions with better resources and representation that applies to all our global institutions of governance, especially the UN. PM Modi said, when the world has changed, our institution too must change or risk getting replaced by a world of rivalries without rules. He said, in working for a new world order based on international law, the two countries, India and the US, will be at the forefront as partners. He further adds, over 2 centuries we have inspired each other through the lives of great Americans and Indians. He said the lives of great Indians like Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi have inspired both India and the United States, forging a deep connection between our nations. The Prime Minister said it is always a great honor to address the United States Congress and it is an exceptional privilege to do so twice. He said in the past few years there have been many advances in AI, artificial intelligence, and at the same time there have been even more momentous developments in other AI, that is America and India. Mr. Modi said throughout history the US has embraced people from around the world and there are millions in the US who have roots in India. He said some of them sit proudly in the chamber of US Congress. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Joe Biden held bilateral talks in the White House in Washington, D.C. yesterday. Prime Minister's office said they reviewed the entire spectrum of India-US ties. MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said the two leaders reviewed the various facets of India-US ties and discussed ways to further deepen them for the peace and prosperity of people of both the countries for the global good. He said both leaders held talks together in their determination to take the comprehensive global strategic partnership to the next level. The Prime Minister said India and the US are creating a strong and futuristic relation by collaborating in fields like AI, space, quantum, semiconductors, and telecom. He said both countries are leaving the old buyer-seller relationship and moving forward with the transfer of technology, co-development, and co-production. Mr. Modi said the Artemis Accord between the United States and India is set to take space exploration to new heights, proving that the sky is the limit. He said India-US relationship is not only important for both nations but also for the world. US President Joe Biden in a press statement said together US and India are unlocking a shared future. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is visiting Jammu and Kashmir today for a 2-day tour, during which he will inaugurate and lay the foundation stones of various development programs. The Home Minister's visit holds great significance for the region as it underscores the government's commitment to development, security, and honoring the sacrifices of the security forces. On the concluding day of the 2-day-long G20 Labour Summit in Patna, several bilateral and multilateral meetings are scheduled to take place. The delegates will discuss the draft statement on universal social security, women, and the future of work. The summit is witnessing the participation of trade union leaders, experts in academia, and government officials. The G20 Labour Summit will also adopt a resolution which consists of a summary of consensus on core issues. Later in the day, a joint statement will also be issued by past, present, and future chairmen of Troika countries comprising of Indonesia, India, and Brazil. The chairman of Labour 20 Group, Hiranmai Pandya, will hand over the baton to the next chairperson, Ruth Silo Monteiro of Brazil. The event is a precursor as the next presidency of G20 will be assumed by Brazil. The visiting delegates will watch the World Heritage Site of ancient Nalanda University tomorrow. That's all in this news bulletin. Namaskar.